Here with James Comey. His new book, A Higher Loyalty, is out today. This is his first live interview since the book's been released, and thank you for coming back right now. I guess you knew this was coming. A lot of reaction from all sides, including a tweet storm from President Trump. I want to focus in on two of the president's tweets because they're the most serious. The president says not only should you have been fired, but that you leaked classified information, lied to Congress under oath. For both of those infractions, he says you should go to jail.
Yeah, that is not normal. That is not okay. First of all, he's just making stuff up. But most importantly, the President of the United States is calling for the imprisonment of a private citizen, as he's done for a whole lot of people who criticize him. That is not acceptable in this country. I hope people will read the book and see why the rule of law is such an important value in this country. And key to that is that the president doesn't get to decide who goes to jail.
You think we've gotten too used to these tweets, dulled to what's actually in them?
Yeah, I think that's a danger, that we're numb to it. We wake up in the morning and see the President of the United States is accusing people of crimes without evidence and pronouncing them guilty and saying they should be in jail. That should wake all of us up with a start, but there's been so much of it that we're a little bit numb, and that's dangerous. So one of the things I hope to do is encourage people to think about that and focus on that rather than becoming sort of numb to it and trying to squeeze it out of your mind.
A lot of Democrats unhappy with you as well over your handling of the Clinton email investigation. Drawn a response from former Attorney General Loretta Lynch, who wrote in a statement yesterday, if James Comey had any concerns regarding the email investigation, classified or not, he had ample opportunities to raise them with me both privately and in meetings. He never did.
Yeah, I think that's right. Loretta is a person I respect and like very much. But that isn't the problem I faced in that investigation. The problem I faced in late June was that she announced she wouldn't recuse herself without checking with the FBI to see whether we had a view on it, but would accept my recommendation.
Should you have gone to her directly, not wait to be asked?
To my boss?
Sure.
Maybe, but I really don't think so, even in hindsight. There should have been a discussion about whether she should be involved in the matter, but what she did was say, I'm going to stay involved, but I'll accept his recommendation, which put me and the FBI in a terrible spot.
Third strand of criticism that's come in is, I guess it's a critique of your literary style. A lot of people saying that you put too many petty personal details in the book about President Trump, talking about his hair, his hand size, his speculation about the tanning goggles. A lot of critics say that struck them as beneath you, getting down into the sandbox with President Trump. Any regrets?
No, my only regret is that those folks likely haven't read the book, because if you read the whole book, you'll see I'm trying to be an author and bring the readers with me into a room. And so I describe all kinds of people in great detail to try and create a vivid image for the reader. I'm not trying to make fun of President Trump. I'm not trying to make fun of anybody. But if you read the whole book, you'll see I'm trying to give you that picture.
Since we last talked last week, the president has pardoned Scooter Libby, who was an aide to Vice President Dick Cheney, convicted of lying about leaks of information during the Bush administration. What was it you actually worked on, appointed a special prosecutor to look at Scooter Libby back when you were at the Justice Department? What was your reaction to the pardon?
It's an attack on the rule of law. There's a reason President George W. Bush, for whom Scooter Libby worked, refused to pardon him after looking at all the facts in the case. It was an overwhelming case. There's no reason that's consistent with justice to pardon him. And so it's an attack on the rule of law, in my view.
Also, since we talked last week, the Inspector General of the Justice Department has come out with a report on your deputy at the FBI, Andrew McCabe. It says that he was not candid in his interviews. Did you read the report, and do you agree with the decision the Attorney General made to fire Andrew McCabe?
I read the report, and I think this report demonstrates the life of an institution that cares about the truth and investigates and holds people accountable. I think the process inside the Justice Department worked well. Where it was tainted was by the President of the United States calling for the firing or imprisonment of someone like Andrew McCabe. That tainted an institution that pursues the truth. And imagine if that kind of accountability was applied at the other end of Pennsylvania Avenue.
So he didn't deserve the discipline he got, Andrew McCabe?
No, I think the process, I don't have a view on what the ultimate discipline should have been, but this is the system working, separate and apart from the president's effort to taint it. This is the Justice Department holding accountable its employees to the truth, and that's really important.
While we were sitting down last Monday, the FBI conducted those raids of the offices of Michael Cohen, offices and home of Michael Cohen, the president's personal attorney. That drew a very strong reaction from President Trump. Let's look.
So I just heard that they broke into the office of one of my personal attorneys, good man, and it's a disgraceful situation. It's a total witch hunt, and I have this witch hunt constantly going on for over 12 months now, and it's a disgrace. It's frankly a real disgrace. It's an attack on our country in a true sense. It's an attack on what we all stand for.
Called those FBI raids an attack on our country.
Yeah, it shows me he either doesn't know or doesn't care what the rule of law looks like. Nobody broke into anybody's office. It doesn't happen. The FBI gets a search warrant from a federal judge and conducts itself professionally, completely, and politely by the accounts of the people involved. So it's a total distortion of the way things work.
James Comey, thanks very much. You'll be back in our next half hour answering your questions. Of course, that's right here on GMA. Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.